Yeah. Sunday evening, and here we are again. What a wonderful way to start the new week. Welcome everybody. We are growing in numbers here tonight, so welcome everybody, the old timers as well as the newcomers here tonight. So yes. Colleen, especially for you, the welcoming tone. Yes, here we are. The one that I bended with my bare hands. So it's so good to have you all on board here tonight, and I'm very excited to look forward to what's going to happen here tonight and what I'm going to share with you tonight regarding our topics. So, yes, everybody who's on board here, Ilani, Yuan, Haneli, Colleen, Sandra, Ilani, ja, en Miranda, jy het jou naam verander, mooi. Ruan, you're still. Welcome everybody here tonight. And so, you know how it works. We all contribute here in the comment section below. And that's just my indicator to know that you are also still here, that you are awake, that you are present. So your contribution in that sense, even if it's just a smiley, a hi, a nice emoji, not one of those others, you get some of those others. But you know what I mean. And so that's the fun that we're going to have here tonight with each other. Mariska, yes, this is a butter knife. But not for any form of aggression or self-defense. And just once again, for the latecomers, Ilse, welcome. Louise, welcome here. Let me just do it in a tiny way. Namaste. Great. The one that I bended with my bare hands. Don't underestimate the power of the mind, eh? Right, so... Jacqueline, Jax, welcome here tonight. So great to have you also on board. Yes, we are a lot of people here tonight, so I better behave myself here in front of the audience. I will try my best to behave myself, because this platform is a place where you can just be your true self, your authentic self. And when we talk about anxiety tonight, I'm not gonna take a very, very serious approach on the matter, because it is anyway a very serious matter. So my approach will be more in a light-hearted way, but also hopefully being able to bring the message across so that you can get it, and you will say tonight, I've gained some insight here. It's quite informative, and thank you so much. I'm busy changing. Isn't it amazing? Daisy, hello, welcome. You as well. Thank you. Anyone else? Okay, great. As the time goes on, we are constantly changing, eh? Can you believe it? That's the wonderful aspect of being permanently in the present infinite moment. We are changing the whole time. Our realities actually is changing the whole time. And I prefer to go from the one reality to the other reality that is my preferable one. And your reality now is being here tonight. Esther, hello Esther, baie lang klas gesien. Okay, good to have you all on board here tonight. Just trust everybody is okay, it's fine. Thank you, yeah, Desiree, I'm very, very fine, especially when it's Sunday evening. I'm here. Nadine, hello, welcome. Those of you, especially Nadine, I hope you are enjoying your book, the Mindful Moments book, that you are having fun with it. I know some of you already have purchased your copy, but nevertheless, that's a story for another day. So, as I said in one of my discussions this week, tonight I've got something very special here. But hang on for that later, and I think we just need to get the ball rolling. And then I will bring some kind of a surprise element into the equation, something I've never done before in all of these episodes. So stay tuned in and let's see what's going to happen. Let's have some fun tonight. If there's anyone that'd like to share what you've been through, stuff that you've been through, your highlights this week, past week, what you've learned this week, what inspiration you found this week. Please share your comments below. I'd like to hear what your highlights and your successes was, breakthroughs, learning experiences, all of those wonderful things that play a role in us shifting our realities, shifting our perspectives as we stay and dwell in the eternal present moment. So, great. Yeah, where shall I start? Remember always what I say. Why are we here tonight? We are here tonight to do the following: relax, reflect, and reset. This is what we're going to do tonight here. Reflect and just have a wonderful time together here tonight as you relax, reflect, and reset yourself as you ground yourself into the present moment, the here, the now, the hier en die nou, la manje, as we say in the African languages. Good. Right, so what is it that you can expect for tonight? What's going to happen here tonight in this power hour as we're being here together? So the topic, as you've seen on Facebook and all the other social media platforms, it is nothing else than breaking free from the chains of anxiety. You being able to master the art of living in the now. Bongewe, it's so wonderful to see you also here tonight. Thank you, welcome here. Breaking free from the chains of anxiety. So that's what we're going to focus on here tonight. That change, that we are struggling with, when the anxiety just takes over and it wants to rule and dominate our lives. So what's the tagline of tonight? Here's the tagline of tonight's topic: is to transform worry into power. Which means that you need to discover how your beliefs shape your reality. Your beliefs shaping your reality, and that's the tagline for tonight. So I've got a job here tonight, to work with people who are keen to manage anxiety, to curb it, to wring the neck, to get rid of it. It's not so easy. At least the positive thing of anxiety is you are still alive. It's the indication that you are still alive. Like when we have pain, the positive thing of pain, you are alive. And that's the wonderful thing of that, so fantastic. Not I'm saying that anxiety is fantastic, but at least it means that you are alive. And that's what it really, really means. So the route that I'm going to follow tonight is to make you aware of the underlying programmed belief system that we have, that we bought into some other point of time in our lives. And as time progressed, we are so used to this belief set that we're not even aware of it anymore. It's automatic. And because it's automatic, it now lies down there in the subconscious. And there it's really dwelling and exerting its effects. So that's what we're going to focus on tonight. Hello, Karen, welcome. And so that's what we're going to focus here tonight on. Those underlying beliefs, that stuff that's brewing underneath the surface, that's affecting us big time. And that's why I hope tonight that you're going to have some moments of enlightenment. Oops, let me just get over the knife. No violence intended. But that you can have moments of enlightenment tonight, so that you can also learn that we can deal and overcome anxiety on a much deeper level. And that's what we're going to focus on tonight. So, once again, the tagline for tonight, as I said, is to transform worry into power, whereas you're going to discover the certain belief sets that we are entertaining or accommodating. And these belief sets are really hindering us to be effective. Now, what is so interesting about tonight's session? If you compare tonight's session with last week I spoke on the belief systems in particular that holds you back regarding the past, transporting you back to the past, going back to the past, living in the past, those were the days, those kind of thing. And oh yeah, transportation back to the past, trigger, back to the past, that kind of thing. And then eventually, because of that, back to the future, past, future, the predictable future, because of the painful past. And what you've learned in the previous episode, which is also available on my YouTube channel, The Ancient Master, and also on a Facebook group, is that we can break it if we become aware. Awareness is so powerful. So that's what we spoke about last week. But tonight, I'm going to take it a bit further. I would like to talk about the belief system that creates us in the situation of living in the future, worrying about tomorrow, being there the whole time, out of step, out of pace, being in tomorrow, in the future. And especially when we are in a state of impatience and anxiety, and we start tapping our feet, which means, in essence, we are rejecting the moment and we can't wait that the future must arrive. That's why we are impatient. Must I repeat it? Listen, I'm saying we are becoming impatient because we are rejecting the present moment. You're rejecting the present moment, so you want to be in the future. And because of that, you are anxious. Does it make sense? Once we practice the acceptance skills that it is what it is in the present moment, to make the best of now, to live in the present moment and to improve the present moment, what's happening? Then we can say, this is where I need to be now in synchronicity. Remember the episode of synchronicities? I'm here when I'm supposed to be, and because I'm here, I don't have to think about the future. I'm making the best of now. So that's the whole idea of nipping it in the butt, the issue of impatience, to accept that we are in a moment and not to reject the moment and to wish the moment get past and over so that I can be in the future. Because there's no future. Hello? There's no future. You and I are living in the eternal, present, infinite moment the whole time. Okay, so the future, just like the past, is an illusion, as we discussed in the previous episodes. So tonight I'm going to just build more on these concepts, and I know for many of you this is a bit weird stuff, but hang on, that's why I keep on repeating myself, not because I'm too old, it's because I want to make sure that you are getting it, that it's sinking down, and that you can experience the moment of enlightenment. That's why I repeat. And as someone once said to me, if you don't overlearn, you don't learn. So that's why I repeat many of the stuff. And some of you are here for the very first time tonight. So that's why I keep on repeating stuff that I've shared in the previous episodes, which is then available from my YouTube channel, The Ancient Master. So let's get to the real stuff now regarding our mindset. And before you can change the mindset, which is not working, which is not serving for you, you need to first become aware of it. So let's look at the first belief system that we have that keeps us chained to the future, that we are for always, forever in the future. And there it is, belief number one. I am not in control of my life, the self-talk. And this self-talk concept that I am not in control of my life is manifested in a limiting belief that we feel powerless. We believe that external circumstances dictate our future, leaving us, therefore, vulnerable and anxious. Do you get it? You feel powerless because you feel you are surrendered to external circumstances that's beyond your control and that is dictating your future. If you buy into that belief, you're going to have an enormous amount of fear, stress, and anxiety. But what I want to do tonight is challenge this belief that reality actually reflects your beliefs. What you are living now, what you are now experiencing, is basically a reality. That reality is basically what you now see and hear and experience is a summary of your belief system. So that's why I say that reality, what we're experiencing, is a reflection of our beliefs. Because you and I, we, are the creator of our experiences. You've been created by the Creator to create your experiences, your own experiences. And by aligning with rather empowering beliefs, you can shift your reality. If you prefer not to buy into this old belief anymore, that circumstances dictate my reality, you can shift it. And that's why I want to show you here also on the second insight that your thoughts and your emotions, it shapes your brain and your body the way we think. And when we learn to live in the present moment, it will allow us to consciously create a future-based experience based on elevated emotions like joy and gratitude. Okay, let me break it down for you, this insight. This is a powerful insight that when we learn to live in the present moment, but you consciously, while you are in the present moment, you are thinking about the life that you want to live, the ideal life, that ideal house, that ideal partner. And you start experiencing the emotions now in gratitude of that future idea, goal, what you want to have, the intention, what you put out now. What's happening? It elevates your emotion because there's emotion of gratitude, joy, happiness. You feel the emotion now because in your heart it's a done deal. And what we are doing, we're breaking the pattern. We expect the best for tomorrow. So instead of stressing now Sunday night about tomorrow's board meeting or that boss that's going to really give you some trouble, you really create a reality now for you about the beautiful expectation of tomorrow and living in gratitude instead of sitting with the belief that, oh, I don't have control over it, oh, tomorrow is going to be a hell of a bad day. I can change it if I am willing to address this whole habit of things are beyond my control. I'm surrendered to circumstances. Stuff happens. Instead of realizing I am the creator of my life. I'm the creator of my reality. My belief system that I'm upholding is actually creating my reality. This is how it works. So when you live, I'm going to repeat it, in the present moment, now, and you are consciously able to create a future-based elevated emotion. Like when you say, okay, this is what's going to happen tomorrow. I know that appointment at that time at 8 o'clock, we've got a meeting. Oh, I'm looking forward to that. You change it. You say, I'm going to address that meeting tomorrow by creating my own reality of positive beliefs that I'm not going to allow the situation to dictate my emotions tomorrow. Because you are not a product of your environment, as Neville Goddard once said. Your environment is a product of your consciousness. And I want to repeat it again. It goes back to the first belief that I said, the insight there, that we are not a victim of our circumstances unless you prefer to buy into it. And I know so many people buy into it that I can't help the way I am. I can't help my circumstances. It is what it is. I'm hopeless. I'm surrendered to the circumstances. It's because of pain and trauma that we are stuck in that belief system. But now that you are in the present moment and you realize, but I am able to shift my reality. My environment is actually a product of my consciousness. And what I'm busy doing, I can change my consciousness. I can. If I stay in the present moment and I become aware in the present moment of this belief system that I'm surrendered to circumstances beyond my control, then I say, no, it doesn't serve me anymore. I want to let go of it. I want to let go of it because this belief that I can't control my life creates enormous, enormous, enormous anxiety. And this is something that you need to change if you want to. And it starts with what you think. Your thinking and my thinking is how we create our reality. There's nothing wrong with that you can change the way you think. That's a belief system that we buy into. And if we prefer to change that belief system because it's not serving us anymore, we can change the outcome of our lives. So that's powerful. Okay, some of you say that you are battling to hear me. I see here from my side, the mic is on, it's very clear. Just check, just say hi and thumbs up if the rest of you can hear me. Just check there, because some of you say you can't hear me. But okay, Jack, you say you can hear me now. Okay, so I just want to make sure that you don't miss anything here tonight. Okay, so this is the first belief system that we need to really address. And that feeling of victim mentality. So belief one, when I say I can't control my life, I am actually also either say I'm blaming people, I'm blaming my circumstances, and I'm even blaming myself for being so hopeless and so worthless. And that is something we can stop. We can stop it. Come on tonight. Become aware of this thought that comes into your mind when you face your circumstances, and suddenly it just dawns on you, I have no control over it. Now, but I want to say also, some of you in the group here, your circumstances, the flow of your life, the river, you know who you are. I'm speaking to you. The river is flowing in a way that you didn't expect. But as you go with the flow, you are still in control. You are still in control of it. It's just the way how everything is directing in your life. And still, you don't have to buy into it. I've got no control in it. You do. In gratitude, we embrace these changes that we are going through. In gratitude, we look at our circumstances and say, I can change my reality, the way I look at it, if I change the way I think about it. So that's the first belief system. Now, the second belief system that creates enormous future-based anxiety is the belief that bad things are inevitable. Bad things are inevitable. See, with this limiting belief system, we believe actually and think that we can anticipate the worst, assuming the future holds unavoidable negative outcomes. I hear so many times people have this kind of cynical view, expect nothing, so if good is happening, it will be a surprise. Expect nothing, if nothing happens, I won't be disappointed. You know that? I hope none of you are entertaining that limiting belief, because with that, you will remain stuck in your situation. So when we anticipate the worst in our mind, we project a picture of terribility, of badness, and our emotions will a sign and a painful feeling to it because of that picture, because the future then holds unavoidable negative outcomes. And you see, my first insight here is that these kind of fear-based assumption, it's an assumption. We project the negative timelines which you are aligned with. There's a negative timeline that you're now projecting and that you are about to manifest now. So what I want to focus on tonight is you need to focus on the vibrational energy, which is the emotion, that emotion and intention of what you prefer to experience instead. And this is very powerful when you think about your goals for this week, for your business, for your relationship, and especially when you face that huge challenge and you think, oh, bad things are happening this week. You're already anticipating the worst to come and you activate it. You see, what happens with the law of attraction is not the stuff that we attract to us, it's the attracting is what we are exhibiting from outside, what we unveiling from ourselves to the world. Because the whole time, any moment, we are attracting stuff. You are like the magnet. And so the whole time we are attracting something in our lives, the whole time. And so these fear-based assumptions that's projecting these negative timelines in our lives can create a lot of anxiety in our lives. So I want to focus again with you on what you prefer, the experience that you prefer instead, what you rather prefer in your life. And that's very powerful, Jax, as you say, learning not to be like that anymore, not to be like your past anymore, hey? Not to be like in the past. And Johannes, you also agree there that I'm learning not to be like that. It does not serve me the past the way I used to be in the past. I don't want to be like that. You see, and my second insight based on this point I've just mentioned now is that anxiety is living in the familiar past. There's a familiar past, that's all you know. And now we project that to the future. And this is what we can rewire by breaking the habit of rehearsing those negative scenarios. I just want to give you here that whole past future scenario. So what happens here, if you look at this diagram, those of you who tuned in before, previous episodes, you will recognize this slide, is the past, the painful past, becomes the predictable future reality. And that's the hopeless state that many people are on. Because they are living in the past, they've got a projectable future, a predictable future. The future in the past is the same. My future is a manifestation of the past, in other words, which is very regrettable and painful. I can't escape it because I keep on being transported or being triggered. That's why that word trigger, you know, must be very, very careful to use the word trigger, because you are actually agreeing that there's a past future mindset, a wiring in your brain, which keeps on happening. And every time when you get angry, when you get anxious or upset, it's just the past manifesting in the future. And therefore many, many people don't grow. And they don't develop, they don't advance because of their lack of self-awareness. And what I'm saying tonight is that when we project the future that I want, the Monday that I want now, I already see how it's going to happen. I am bending the future towards my reality, my expectation. And now, in this present moment, on Sunday evening, I am becoming the Monday person that I want to be tomorrow morning when I walk into the office. I am actually falling in love with my future. The present and the future is connected, therefore, in this case. not the past future anymore. And with this, you are creating the field of possibilities in your life. So now you are moving forward with power. You are the creator of your reality every time by projecting the emotions that you want to experience tomorrow and next week and next month and next year. You are experiencing that gratitude now that you want to see manifest tomorrow. In the present moment, you are creating it right as we sit here. I can just give you an exercise. Let's just all experience the picture, the ideal, fantastic picture that you want to experience tomorrow. So that's what we do. Experience that emotion now, what you want to experience tomorrow instead of stress and anxiety. See the picture of how you are bending your Monday towards your reality instead of you adjusting to their Monday, their reality. You create it. You're the master of your destination by you creating the reality of tomorrow now. You're connecting the present with the future. You are infusing it. There's a unity, there's a convergence happening. And what happens? You are living and remembering your future. You are actually remembering your future now by creating your future through the elevated emotions that you are now creating. So, it's so true, Esther, what you're saying there. I have to develop new thought patterns, reflecting happiness now, manifesting now the feelings of happiness and gratitude about your future. Expectation that you manifest now is the seed that you sow in the soil now to reap tomorrow. It's a guarantee that that harvest that you reap will be reaping. It is the seed that you've planted today. So that's how it works. And we break the patterns, that past-future pattern. You can break it. And you don't have to be a victim of your circumstances. You're not surrendered to powers beyond your control. You are bending your future. Do you get it? Right now, I'm with this broadcast, as we spend time here, I'm growing, I'm learning. And there's a future. I've expected that we're going to be more than 100,000 people in this platform. So what's happening? I'm so grateful about it. And I don't focus on the outcome of the 100,000 viewers. I am experiencing the joy and the gratitude in the moment. I'm experiencing the journey, the joy of the journey now. There's no pressure about the expectation anymore. I just enjoy the moment and let it happen. It's a done deal. I'm enjoying the present moment with you, and that's how the belief system is working. Okay, I know for many of you this is new stuff, but this is brain plasticity. This is neuroscience I'm speaking to you. And many times I will also bring in a spiritual element for you to just show you that you can also connect the concept I'm sharing with you with your spiritual life as well. Okay. Goodness, this is halfway. We are halfway through. So, I'm just wondering now, you know what? You know, when in normal presentations like this, if it was a TV program, we must have an ad break. Now, what I think I'm going to do now before we go to belief 3 and 4, I want to show you the simplicity of life, of living in the moment, and just have fun. And just to trust the process and just go with the flow of tonight and your life. And the words of a song that I'm going to play with you, for you, on my ching-ling, ching-ching-ching, my ukulele. And what I want to do, it's a song, yesterday I just wrote it. The Plinky Plonky song. Hey? And the words is very simple. And what I'm going to do is, look at the words, and if you want to sing along, just do it. Now, the words of this song is about my ukulele. This is mine. I'm sharing you my tool to sit in the present moment and just enjoy, make the best of now, calm myself down, visualize my future, feel the elevated emotion of gratitude and happiness about my future, and I just feel it now. So I'm using my ukulele with it. Now, so here it goes. So first of all, I'm just going to sing you the verse and then the chorus, and then I can tell you, I can guarantee you, this is a kind of a very, very catchy song. Are you ready for it? Okay, just sit back and enjoy. Sitting with my uke, just strumming away, feeling like a rock star in a kind of tiny way. 4 little strings, but they've got some bite. Mess up a chord, it still sounds right. And oh my little Yugi, you've never let me down. Turn my bad to a beat-side sound. Blinky blonky, sweet and small. Who needs a band? You've got it all now. Sitting with my uke, just strumming away, feeling like a rock star in a tiny kind of way. 4 little strings, but they've got some bite. Mess up a chord, it still sounds right. And oh my little uke, you've never let me down. Turn my bad to a beat-side sound. Blinky blonky, sweet and small. Who needs a band? You do it all. And oh my little uke, you've never let me down. Turn my bad to a beat-side sound. Blinky blonky, sweet and small. Who needs a band? You do it all. Yeah. You see, that's what it's all about. Just the simplicity of life, and not to take stuff so seriously when your boss is really giving you a hard time. In your heart, you're just smiling because you are creating your present moment, and not to allow that person to dictate how you will feel. You get it? Then we do things like this. Why? Because I am creating my reality. I'm having a ball of a time here with you tonight. So that's what it's all. It's a catchy song. Yeah, thanks, Johan. So it's a very catchy song, but it's a simplicity of what works for you to ground yourself in the present moment. The ukulele is working for me. So yeah, the beat-side sound, the inky, plinky, plonky, whatever title if you want to give that song. That's what it's all about. Okay, so let's get on. Let's move on. That was our advertisement for the halfway break. And for the next 20 minutes, let's move on. And now let's look at the third belief system that connects us to the future, but in a fearful manner. I need to be perfect to succeed. It must be perfect. If it's not perfect, I am a failure. Does that one ring a bell? You see, perfectionism causes stress and worry about failing or making mistakes. And it paralyzes us from acting. It paralyzes you from being your true, authentic self. And how many times have I said before on this platform, the most difficult thing in life to do is not being your true, authentic self. And when you practice, unfortunately, perfectionism, you're trying to be more than what you can be. You have that kind of idea that your success lies in the future. And this is the pain that we suffer from. Yes, perfectionism. It paralyzes you from acting. And but there is an insight tonight. You see, I want to show you another idea on perfection. Perfection, ladies and gentlemen, is inherent in the journey itself. As you stay in the moment, as you dwell in the moment, as you're here in the present moment, it's the moment of perfection. Perfectionism is when you step out of the moment of synchronicity, of perfection. You step into the future, and that's where the worry comes. You see? If you see it like this, you're focusing on the journey itself. And in the journey, we explore. I want to give you an alternative word tonight for perfection. Explore. Let's explore things rather. Isn't this a better way to look at your life? Explore. This means that each experience that we are experiencing now is valid and it serves for your growth. You are not thinking about the outcome. It's not about the outcome. It's about the experience, the journey. You see now, back to elevated emotions, such as self-acceptance, creativity, and happiness, and joy, and above them all, gratitude. Feeling it now about your future allows you to take inspired actions without fear of imperfection. You and I are allowed to make mistakes. And you know what? Let me show you something here. In the moment, as I'm living according to my highest excitement now, I may even stumble over my words, but it's not affecting other people because you notice my energy, the vibration, the passion. It's all about the passion. It's not about the mistakes that we're making. It's in the moment, you make the best of now, the experience. It's not about the outcome. As I say, it'd be nice to have 100,000 viewers on a sunny evening, but I'm not going to present at a lower standard while it's not happening. I'm not going to feel a different feeling when it's happening. I'm already feeling that feeling now in the present moment. Can you now understand why I feel the emotion? I feel the elevated emotion now because this is a connection between the present moment and the future. I've used my imagination and visualization to step out of anxiety. Of all the people I know, how I used to suffer on a Sunday evening, getting a panic attacks about Monday. Until I realized, hello, hello. I'm worrying about Monday because I am projecting the worst case scenario for what's going to happen tomorrow. And that, then it take me up to 4 hours on a Monday before I can be really happy, before I can be really calm and relaxed and realize it was not actually so bad as I projected initially. But I wasted 4 hours of a Monday. No more blue Mondays. Even if I wear blue, now blue is the color of freedom. You see, new association to the meaning of it. I hope it's making sense to you tonight that we can change it. And so that's the power of you not buying into perfectionism anymore. You don't need to be perfect in order to succeed. All you need is an elevated emotion in the present moment now, connected with your intention for tomorrow, for the future, and then you feel that emotion now and you experience. You see, it's not about visualization. That's half of the story, to visualize your future. You need to assign the associated elevated emotion to it to change your reality. Otherwise, the tracks in your brain will still remain the same. So that's how it works. Now, there's a quote that I want to share with you. What Ken Wilber once said is that let go and let the pattern emerge. In that pattern, you will find the freedom, the river, the flow. You are in the river, and let the pattern show you. How does the pattern show? With your highest excitement, that you experience in any given moment and act on that highest excitement until you can't do it anymore. And then you see there's the pattern, there's the synchronicity, there's the breadcrumbs leading you in the future. Right, now let's get to belief number 4. Oh my goodness, I don't have enough resources to succeed. I don't have money. I don't have the time. I hear so many times people use this excuse to succeed. I don't have the degree. I don't have the qualification. I was raised on the wrong side of the railway. My skin color, my age, my gender, and the list goes on and on and on and on. You see, many people, they lack time, money, talent, or connections to create the life they desire. That's the limiting belief that they have. I don't have it, and therefore I can't be successful. I will envy other people if I compare myself to their success, and I will almost be jealous about their successes. I see it sometimes with twin brothers and sisters, comparison, you know. But I want to show you and share with you another perspective, offering it to you. Remember, it's still a choice. Abundance. That's what you're in pursuit of. You're in pursuit of abundance. So, abundance is not about how much money you have in the bank, how rich you are. Abundance is a state of being. And it's not an external condition, ladies and gentlemen. So, abundance is the ability to do the things you need to do that you need to do. When you are able to do the things that you need to do now, and you do it and you act upon it, you are manifesting your abundance. And all about me, I've got my phone, I've got my laptop here, microphone, internet, Wi-Fi. I am in a state of abundance. I'm able to do the things I need to do that I need to do now. Abundance is you aligning with the feeling of already having enough. Like the Bible says in Psalm 23 verse 1, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. But I want so many things. No. What is it what you need to do that you need to do right now? Can you do it? Yes, you can do it. One person once said, I can't do it. I would like to dance, but I'm chained in a wheelchair. I can't dance. I can't do it. What's wrong? If you can do water aquatics, you know that, doing the dances in the water, you're paralyzed. Nothing can stop you. Don't look at your limitations. It's the intention that you put in it. So that's the power of letting go of this idea of I have no resources. I don't have enough resources. You see, when we focus on lack in our mindset, it's reinforcing the neural pathways of scarcity in our lives. And many of us grew up with a scarcity mindset. We grew up very poor. I've got a few people that I know very well who are multimillionaires, but they still have a scarcity mindset. They are so afraid they're going to lose it. They work overtime and they burn themselves out. Scarcity mindset, fear. And that's why they work. They don't want ever to be poor again, but they do it out of fear. So a scarcity mindset has got nothing to do whether you've got plenty of money in the bank or not. It's still lack, the scarcity mindset. Instead, what I want to offer you tonight is to visualize and emotionally embody or attach the emotion to the vision. And what you do, you embody the version of yourself already living in abundance, because there's only one eternal now. Infinite eternal now. Future and past is an illusion. The future will never come. You will always be in the present moment. So now I am able to combine vision with emotion in the eternal present moment, connecting my present moment with the future that I want, and I am living already in that abundance. That's powerful, eh? So that's the belief that we need to address, the scarcity belief that we have. You see, Ramdas says that be here now. When you realize that this moment is all there is, you stop fearing the future. You stop fearing the future. See, when you become comfortable with uncertainty, infinite possibilities open up in your life. And this links us with the last belief, namely that we think the unknown is dangerous. The unknown is dangerous. And when we believe the unknown is dangerous, you see, now the fear of uncertainty leads to hesitation, stress, and a need to control our outcomes. Now we become control freaks, causing anxiety about the future, because we believe the future is unknown and which is dangerous. But when you are actually doing what we've been talking about in this whole concept of present, future, and you're entering the field of possibilities through what you visualize and attach an elevated emotion to it, and you start falling in love with your predictable future through what you have already envisioned in your mind. You've created the picture of what you want to experience, and you break the pattern of the predictable past future scenario in your life. See, what is very important here tonight is that you're going to have to become aware of how these limiting beliefs is actually causing this bow between past and future, which is not serving you anymore. And once you realize that this belief of the future, the unknown, is dangerous, you can break it. You see, the unknown is where all creation occurs. I want you to understand the so-called future, the unknown, is how the creation works. The blackness. You know, if you look up in the sky, the field of possibilities. So what you do, you trust in the process. Trust in the process where you're currently. Trust that everything is working fine. You are prepared for tomorrow's meeting and for tomorrow's session, whatever it is. It allows you then to flow with life and access new possibilities in your life. Because in the present moment, you understand it's a process, it's a river that's flowing. And I want you to understand here tonight that the unknown doesn't have to be fearful. It's your opportunity to create. You're a creative being. If you don't understand that you're creative being of your future, of course the unknown becomes dangerous and you will feel surrendered to the unknown. You're a victim then. Now, again, I'm going to speak about elevated emotions. Elevated emotions like curiosity and excitement, living on your highest excitement or reacting on your highest excitement now and planning your life accordingly. It replaces the fear of the unknown. And now what you're doing, you are signaling your brain, but not only to your brain, to your body, to embrace the change as an opportunity, but not as a threat anymore. But you're going to have to understand how this concept is working with elevated emotions that I'm speaking about tonight. Your elevated emotions about your future, about the intention that you want for Monday, that you want for your life, where you want to stay, a partner in life. You need to manifest it. You're going to have to manifest you out of anxiety. Because I know from experience when people, especially our people with trauma, what happens is the past and the future that's connected together still, and we can trigger it. When something happens, bang, we're back to the past, and it's a manifestation of the past. You need to break it, and you can break it by the awareness of these limiting beliefs that's holding you there, and that's not serving you anymore. And the skill is, in summary tonight, ground yourself into the present moment. See the picture of your life, the ideal picture. Put out the intention that you want to experience. And let me just share with you more about this intention, how it works. There it is. And I've shared with you a couple of times before. Your intention for your work, your career, your intention for your health, your mental health, relationships, finances, and your spiritual life. There's your intention. You speak it out. This is what you want to have. And guess what? Assign your elevated emotion to it now. How will it feel to start your own business? How will it feel when you are healed? Feel the empowerment, the freedom, the energy, the gratitude, the joy, the feeling worthy, feeling stimulated in this new working environment, feeling motivated when you are your own boss, for instance, feeling satisfied when you are doing what excites you, feeling adventurous when you are free to operate on new ventures, to work in a conducive environment that works for you. That's how it works. Yes, Marina, it's true. This is super cool stuff. You are the creator of your reality. But you're going to have to be aware of it. You are not a slave of the past anymore. The past is not dictating your reality. The present is defining the past. I don't have to buy into the idea that the past is determining the present moment. Unless, of course, I want to buy into that belief. But that's masochistic to really torture yourself like that. Eh? Don't you agree with that? So that's our idea. The awareness. You see, tonight, I hope you listen very well tonight, that as you kind of become aware of the limiting beliefs that you bought into, that held you back, living in the past, but also grabbing you or holding on to or clinging onto a painful future that's awaiting, because the future and the past is exactly the same as the past. They are similar. We call it the law of familiarity. And you want to break that. And you can do it. You can do it. It's all about emotions. Let me tell you tonight, the concept of mental health to help people is all about feeling better. And you can take medication as much as you want, and it's sometimes very important. Take your medication, keep on using it. But while you take your medication, start experimenting with your intentions. Start experiencing your intentions, what you want, that business, and assign an associated emotion with it. And start feeling that emotion now, in the present moment. Just like when you want to date someone, for instance, and you feel attracted to that person. Oh, then the imagination and the fantasy starts taking place. And you're already imagining in your mind that, and your emotions of excitement, how the two of you are going to hook off. You feel it now. And guess what? You're attracting it. Because your whole being works on the emotions. Now, you're not waiting for circumstances and other people to make your day. You are the creator of your own reality through elevated emotions based on the picture in your mind, through your intentions that you put out. And this is a guarantee how you kind of slowly move forward in your life with great success in the present moment. And when the thoughts wants to travel or take you back, transport you back to the past, you recognize that, oh, here I'm going back into that loop of future past. No way. No, no, no. I don't want to go back there. That reality is not preferable for me anymore. I'm creating this one in the present moment, just being here. So this was so good to have you all here tonight, everybody. I really enjoyed you being here tonight and just listening to my heart also here tonight, what was on my mind, sharing with you, and just make the best of now, living in the present moment. And you are in control of your future through the elevated emotions assigned to the intention that you want to have. Thank you for being here tonight. I'm looking forward for next Sunday, 6 o'clock, when we're going to spend time again with each other. We're going to have a wonderful time together. And remember, my workbook, especially the Mindful Moments workbook, you can get from my bookstore. It's here on the website, ortheancientmaster.com. And remember, if you want to learn more about this stuff, go to my website, sign up there to the monthly subscriptions of 89 Rand a month, the podcast, all the many, many podcasts that works with this stuff. Did you learn something tonight? Thank you so much, Marinda. Yes, Johan, thank you, insightful. Bongiwe, awesome, thanks, Mariska. I just always appreciate your gratitude here tonight. And Ilani, thank you so much for your wonderful positivity and gratitude that you always have. So this was Jax. Yes, thank you for your first time tuning in here tonight. Hope you've also, yes, good food for thought. And Izzy, thank you. Blessed week for you as well. Thank you, everybody. Be blessed. Live in the blessing. Generate your blessings through your intentions assigned to your elevated emotions. Thank you so much, Ilse. Thank you. All of the best also with your son, and you can be proud of him. Yes, thank you. This is awesome stuff tonight. Hey, I'm very excited about next week. Let's see what I'm going to pull out of the hat next week. And so it's all about having fun. Take care. And this is Jeff signing off. Until next week. Stay in contact with me on the group and share your ideas, share your experiences tonight, and your comments is highly appreciated, which also gives me a hint for the topic of next week. I still need to figure that out, what it's going to be, but I'm going with the flow. We will know exactly what to speak about. Take care. Have a blessed one. Cheers.